Friday, 1st of October 2021. This is EFEST Morning News. Indonesian tofu makers burn toxic plastic as fuel. Save the tofu makers, but poison their villagers. Indonesia's plastic waste problem is like an endless story. About 3.2 million tons of plastic waste is tossed annually into the ocean surrounding Indonesia. Mask waste, new garbage problem in the middle of a pandemic. The average amount of medical waste per day reached 26.45 tons in Indonesia. Good morning from EFEST Newsroom at UIN SYARIF HIDAYATULLAH here in Jakarta. Good to be with you. I am Sachio Diandra Najla. Today we have a special segment prepared for you. Garbage problems around us. Plastic garbage from the United States collected for recycling is exported to Indonesia. Some is used as fuel by tofu makers, resulting in the release of toxic compounds and the contamination of food. In most places of Indonesia, tofu is one of the few inexpensive protein sources. Most tofu producers use inexpensive imported soybeans to keep their prices low, and some are increasingly using imported plastic trash as fuel. In the face of rising firewood prices, at least 50 tofu companies in Sederajat, East Java have used a mix of imported paper and plastic waste to power their stoves. While the method aid tofu producers in maintaining their profits, it comes at a significant cost to the people and environment. This has had far-reaching and long-lasting consequences. Not only is the population exposed to dioxin, a toxic and hazardous material associated to major health difficulties, but these toxins are also stored in the soil, which then enters the food chain. The severity of global environmental injustice has been increased by local government neglect and management, according to conclusions revealed in a report prepared by local and international NGOs. Indonesia is dealing with a severe plastic trash problem. When it comes to pouring plastic waste into the ocean, the country is currently second only to China. According to a study conducted by the University of Georgia, an estimated 3.22 million tons of plastic garbage being thrown into the ocean surrounding Indonesia each year, with another 8.82 million tons of plastic debris being thrown into the ocean by China. The plastic garbage catastrophe isn't just affecting the ocean, it's also affecting Indonesian rivers. According to data published in Nature Communications, 4 of Indonesia's rivers, the Brantas, Solo, Serayu, and Progo, are among the world's top 20 most contaminated. Plastic is everywhere in Indonesia. Aside from plastic bags, common goods such as tables and chairs are also constructed of the material. This is most likely owing to the country's low cost of producing plastic products. Plastic bags' pervasiveness combined with a lack of knowledge of how harmful plastic garbage can be to the environment are likely 2 factors contributing to Indonesia's dilemma. COVID-19 has been thought to have a favorable impact on the environment since it was declared a pandemic by the World Health Organization. On the other hand, this pandemic resulted in a number of other issues. The medical waste caused by COVID-19 is something that is frequently overlooked. It is critical to understand that the medical equipment, such as personal protective equipment, PPE, is a one-time use item. The rising number of COVID-19 patients, combined with the growing demand for PPE, results in an increase in medical waste. Before the pandemic, the average amount of medical waste per day from various hospitals in Indonesia was 18 tons per day, whereas during the pandemic, the total average was 26.5 tons per day, a staggering 46% increase. Medical waste is not exclusively generated by hospitals, but also the society. Medical waste from health facilities and households have created new problems. Indonesian Environmental Scientists Association reports that Indonesia has around 2,000 hospitals, 9,000 public health centers, and 8,000 health clinics, but less than 100 medical facilities that have their own medical waste treatments. As the recorded COVID-19 cases have reached more than 100,000, medical waste was predicted to increase 5 times prior to the pandemic, or around 1,000 tons per day. Garbage is a serious problem. The government and society should work together to solve this problem. This is EFEST Morning News for today. Coming up after your local news, we will take you to Auditorium UIN Jakarta for the EFEST Public Speech Contest. I am Sachio Diandra Najla. Thank you for your privilege of the time. Good morning and have a great day. The former president of South Africa, Nelson Mandela, said, "The youth of a nation are its leaders of tomorrow." Sounds nice, but it gives me such a pressure. Leaders? Can I? Can we? I mean, how? I'm only 12. Do we really have to talk about this now? Yes, we do. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Sachio, and for the next 5 minutes, I'm going to be with you, talking about things we can do to become a fabulous young generation. Have you ever had the will to become a fabulous young person? Probably most of us have. But have you ever really thought what it takes to be one of them? Especially during COVID-19 period. Then, what does being fabulous actually mean to you? Is it by winning science Olympiads, sport tournaments, or competitions like this? Yes, you're absolutely right. I always admire those who have courage and put extra effort in doing any kind of competition. They must gain tons of benefits from it. Not only will they value hard work, determination, and have growth mindsets, but they will also learn how to build mental toughness by accepting critics and defeats, being compared to others, and working under pressure. I realize it's not easy. They're undeniably outstanding. However, does being fabulous always have to be related to things like winning competitions and getting acknowledged by particular institutions? Or could it be something else too? In real life situation, it's obvious that some people judge us based on our academic achievement. Sadly, in some schools, they treat their students the same way. Those who do not perform well in class are often unrecognized and are left behind. To me, being a fabulous teenager isn't just about scores, grades, or medals. There are way more important things than that can also help us prepare to be a future leader. Firstly, by improving our attitude. Let's not go too far. I'll talk about myself. Whenever I'm busy doing my homework or playing, I'm often very focused and slothful to move. So when my parents call me to do something, I pretend not to listen. Well, after the 100th time calling my name, I finally answer, "Sorry, Mommy, I didn't hear you." What a big lie. It is not fabulous. It's horrible. I feel terribly sorry for myself and my parents. We should respect others because our attitude, like the way we act, speak, and treat someone, will define who we really are. Secondly, by developing our skills. Many online classes end just before lunch. Then, tada! Free time! Oh wait, we may be given a bunch of homework. But it's not every day. There is always time for us to improve our skills and learn something new. I enrolled in a photography class for beginners, in a clothing class, and even tried baking. It keeps me productive and also made me realize what I'm interested in. It can also help us decide what to pursue in the near future. It's cool, isn't it? Come on, I know we all agree with this. Thirdly, by growing our sensitivity. A couple months ago, my mom got infected by the COVID-19. She had to isolate herself for about 2 weeks. I was sad and thought I had to fight alone with my dad and brother. To my surprise, we got lots of help from families and friends. They asked us what we needed. They prayed for my mom, and many more. Packages of food, medicines, and vitamins kept on coming. I feel touched and blessed. I really want to be like them, helping others sincerely without expecting anything back. I want to do the same thing too, even if it's just by removing a tree branch from the road. One of the Islamic preachers said, "The biggest things always start from the smallest step." We can start with ourselves now. There is no such thing as a small contribution. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, also said in the hadith that the best among us are those who bring the greatest benefits to many others. In conclusion, there are many ways to show that we are fabulous by improving our attitude, developing our skills, and growing our sensitivity. I'm Sachio, and it's been an honor to present my perspective today. Thank you very much and have a blessed day. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.